Waiting for the machine to fire up, and there it is. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Wednesday. What am I talking about? It's Sunday. It is Sunday, January 26th, 2020. It is 11:11 a.m. here in the Arizona desert. And I wanted to make another video today, a follow-up, a quick one, because Bitcoin made a move, so let's cover it. Alright, Bitcoin up 2.8% last 24 hours, most of that recently. The market, of course, now is a mix of green and red. Some alts, of course, dump on Bitcoin pumping, and then some pump with it. But if we look at some of the big players like ETH, it's up 3.5.7%, XRP 3.44%, Litecoin up 5.55%, or I should say 5.55%. EOS is up 3%, and NEO is up 4%. This is a good day in the market. ADA, which many people have their hopes and dreams hanging on, is up 1.31%. Tether into Bitcoin last 24 hours, 1.67 billion. Tether into Ethereum, 870 million. Alright, Masari.io is showing 478 million for volume last 24 hours. As you can see, it's pumped somewhat recently. If you watched the first video, Bitcoin trade volume shows volume at 482 million. So they in general concur. Where's most of that happening? Of course, it's on Binance. So what's Binance doing? Well, longs versus shorts. Longs at 35%, shorts at 64%. I'm thinking some of these shorts are getting wrecked, although we may not have quite pumped enough to have hit their stops yet. All right, on the daily, green line, green moving average is the 314 moving average, and as you can see, it was questionable whether we would bounce off it this morning or not, and I guess things can change very quickly, of course, but we have made a pretty good bounce. And the MACD, do note, has turned from blood red to indifferent eggshell as far as the histogram colors. So maybe we'll get the tangent of this MACD on the daily turning positive today. Let's look at the 2-hour chart with the MACD to see immediate price action. So immediate price action to our MACD, which is oftentimes a sign of things to come for Bitcoin as far as the MACD. Well, we are very, very positive. In the green, histogram wise, MACD way over the signal. So let's see if this continues today. If we could get a positive MACD going into Monday, that might be pretty darn rocking. A positive MACD on the daily, that is. So, 4-hour chart. Well, we've been in this downward wedge pattern that I just noticed recently, and of course, what happened? Well, boom, we have broken above it here on the 4-hour, and pretty powerfully. The directional index is still in the red, but we are just going green, and maybe this ADX will turn around. It's at 26.44% right now, so it's certainly got room to bounce off that 25 level. I'd like to see the ADX above 25. It still is, but it needs to turn around. And the histogram, boom, well, it is the directional index histogram. It is above the level here, so we're starting to get in the green. This could be a very, very good sign on the 4-hour chart. You can see we have buy-sell volume at 8,300. We also have buy-sell volume at 8,600. And what else is at 8,600? Well, let's look at this 4-hour chart here. As I have drawn it and adjusted a little bit to fit things, to fit the support levels and resistance levels. All right, 4-hour chart. We have been trying to bounce off this 382 fib level at 8,200 for a while. I know this, every time I draw it, it's a little bit different, give or take, but basically 8,200, we appear to have a 382 fib level, and now we are challenging our .236 fib level at 8,500. So if this fib lines up, if it's matching reality, we are challenging our .236 fib level. So right now, really, we are in a situation where if we can get above 85 or 8,600 and make that support, that would be great, because we definitely have buy-sell volume up here at 8,600. If we can stay there, it would be good. So let's see if we can make this fib line 8,600 support today. It looks like we might, especially when you look at this powerful, nice MACD we have in the 2-hour. On the 2-hour, this is the 200 moving average, the green moving average, and the blue moving average is, I'm sorry, the backwards there, aren't you? Yeah, the 200 moving average is blue, and the 314 is green. So on the 2-hour chart, we've gotten above the 200 moving average, and that's very, very positive. I like to see that, and we're well above the 314 moving average, and also the 200 moving average is above the 314 moving average, so the shorter time frame is above the longer time frame. This is a positive sign. Positive MACD. 4-hour, we have broken out of this downward wedge. We're looking good. We are starting to show in the 4-hour, we're just starting to show a positive directional index. Maybe the ADX will turn around. It is above 25. And even if it does not, it's not quite as important as the directional index being positive. With that said, we are looking at a fib level. Bounce, a nice one here off the 382 at around 8200. If we continue up, maybe we will pass and hold above this 236 fib level at 8,575. I mean, that varies. It all depends, like I say, how you draw it. But there we go. Let's try to hang out with this beautiful magnetic heavy buy sell volume and previous support and resistance in the chart as shown here on the 4-hour. Can we do it today? We'll see. Hey, I'm a member of Blockchain Education. Love to see you join the team. Let's make money together in 2020. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat. Hey, come on over. Check out the link in the description. There's a video about blockchain education, which is pretty inspiring. I think you'll want to come join the team. With that said, as always, obstacles can't stop you, weather can't stop you, heartbreak can't stop you, failure can't stop you, only you can stop you. Keep hammering. Bitcoin is way more important and about a lot more than the daily price average. But even with that said, man, I mean, I love seeing this. So it's a great day. I'll see you Monday.